My name is Edward J. Bender, Jr., and my rank was Captain, U.S. Naval Reserve, retired. When I left the Dewey, I went ashore, and because I was in the Navy at sea as a communications officer, I was a cryptologist as well. And I actually changed designators when I went to the Naval Security Group headquarters as a cryptologist. When I decided to get off of active duty and go into the reserves, I found that it was limiting to me to be a reserve cryptologist because I was in this general area here in Annapolis, and all the reserve cryptologists were civilians at the National Security Agency, and I felt a little bit restrained because of their doing this as their full-time job. So I was working as a communications specialist for the U.S. Maritime Administration, which was part of the Department of Commerce that became part of transportation. And my job had to do with merchant marine ships and security of those. At that time, there was still a USSR. We were looking at the reinforcement of Europe. And so I changed my designator back to a surface warfare officer, which obviously didn't penalize me because I made captain. And I reversed the tactics that I had being on the side of what I was on as a cryptologist reserve, and I became the expert in Sealift. So I spent the rest of my time as the Sealift expert, and that's when I got the Navy Achievement Award, because I got into a program where I actually went and briefed the reserve units throughout the country on the reinforcement of Europe by sea. And it was a 3-hour presentation, and for about 3 years I went at least 2 weekends a month to 4 different cities and gave this presentation, and I briefed over 5,000 reservists during that process. And then in addition to that, I became part of units that the reserve units that supported the Supreme Allied Commander Atlantic in Norfolk, and I was traveling all over the world, going to meetings for SACLANT and stuff like that. So that was my specialty, and basically I was the only person in the Navy Reserve or active duty at that time that had that knowledge, and it came from my civilian job. So yeah, that was special. That was special.